All right, welcome back. We are continuing with the prepositions. In the last lesson, we did a text of filling up the text with verbs with prepositions, yes. And we also built up some reference words with the help of prepositions. I'm going to talking in this lesson I'll be talking about these reference words. For example, if you remember, we did these sentences. Ich danke allen für die Geschenke. Ich zweifle immer daran, wen soll ich einladen? So what is daran? Basically, I am using daran as a reference word to explain something in the coming sentence. Yes. So when I have another verb to use to describe something, I need to use a reference word to show that I'm going to explain it in the next sentence. And that reference word is basically this, daran. It's built with the help of da and the preposition an. Yes, just like I'm confused about that. Similarly, alle lachen darüber. Now, about what are people laughing? I explained it already in the sentences before, that mehr als 50 Leute waren dort. Auch mit 50 feiere ich meinen Geburtstag genauso. Also, with the age of 50, I celebrate my birthday the same, like I did at 18. All laugh about that. So darüber refers to something which has already been spoken. So a reference word could either refer to something which is going to happen or something which already has been spoken about. How you make it, you add da and the preposition that is required with that verb. Yes. Jetzt achte ich darauf. Now, what am I careful about? Let's see. Dass ich alle wichtige Personen einlade. So I'm careful about that I invite all the important people. Yes. And again, we have another one. Ich schäme mich dafür nicht. So about what am I not ashamed of? So normally I have written before the sentence, normalerweise man schämt sich für den wachsenden Alter. Normally people are ashamed of the growing age, but I'm not ashamed of that. So that's kind of, I'm not shy of that. So it's basically, I've explained it in the previous sentence. So this is a Vorverweis word. It's talking about something going to come. This is Rückverweis word. It's talking about something happened. This is also Vorverweis word. It's talking about something going to come. Yes, das. And this is Rückverweis word. It's talking about something already spoken. So it could be a reference word. It could talk something about happening or happened. Yes. So also we could build questions with this. So let's go on and learn about how to make questions and reference sentences with prepositions. Yes. So basically, Verweiswörter mit Präpositionen können benutzt werden, can be used entweder Sätze zu bauen, to build sentences, which you are referring to, or to build questions, to make questions. Yes. For example, for what do you wait? Yes, I wait for that when the new film comes. So this we already learned. Ich warte darauf, ja, wann der neue Film kommt. Yes. Now, basically, how to ask the question. This could be basically for what. How do I say for what in German? So it's basically going to be worauf. Worauf wartest du? Ich warte darauf, wann der neue Film kommt. Yes. So this we already learned. We make reference words to explain with da plus preposition. Similarly, to make questions, we use wo with prepositions. Yes. And like here, it's wo with preposition to make questions for things. Yes. And if you're making a question exclusively for a person, not for a thing, you want to say for whom do you wait, then you'll not say worauf wartest du. Then it's not a thing you're waiting for, you're waiting for a person. Then it'll be like basically you'll be combining, let's see, it's written here, you'll be combining preposition, what the preposition is being used, with the W-Frage Personal. What are the W-Frage Personal? Like wer, wen, wem, wesen. Yes, wesen got missing. Let me write it. Yeah, so there are two ways to make questions, either with wo plus preposition or with preposition plus wer, wen, wem, wesen. Yes. So in this, it's like of whom do you wait? Yes. That means who waits for whom? Accusative. So we'll pick up accusative and the preposition is for. So we could say auf wen wartest du? Of whom do you wait? Ich warte auf den Nachbar. I wait for the neighbor. So there are two ways we can do it. Either making questions with for things with wo plus Präpositionen, or for people with Präpositionen mit wer, wen, wem, wesen. Yes. And to make the answers, it's pretty easy. You just need to write da plus the preposition. Yes, so the questions could be of two types depending on the person or thing, and the answer is pretty much straight. If it's a person, you don't really need to make a reference word. If it's a thing or you want to explain something more, you could kind of build it with da. Yes, more we'll understand when we do some exercises here. Let's have a look. So, with whom do you drive to Berlin? I drive with the neighbor. Mit wem fährst du nach Berlin? Yes, very good. Ich fahre mit dem Nachbar. Very good. Okay, mit dem Nachbar. Okay, for whom do you wait? I wait for the neighbor. Auf wen wartest du? Ich warte auf den Nachbar. So these are some examples of making questions for people with the help of prepositions. Yes, you add preposition plus wer, wen, wem, wesen, depending upon the preposition. Okay, now here's a list of making some combinations. Let's just have a quick look. Da plus für, this is to make an answer, dafür. Wo plus bei, it's to make a question for a thing, wobei. Da plus an, it's to make an answer, daran. And now you'll just notice that when we are making answers with da and prepositionen, sometimes we add an extra r. That is when two vowels are written together, like a, we can't say dan. We need to put something in between, so we put ar, daran, darauf. Yes, otherwise it'll be dauf. It doesn't make sense. We can't write two vowels together in this kind of a word. We kind of introduce r to avoid that. Worum, again, wo can be done. O, a vowel, so we put an r between. Worum, it's to make question. Darauf, darauf is again used to make answer. Worin, it's to make question. Dadurch, to make answer. Wovon, to make question. Yes, so let's get going and see what all is that. Von wem, from whom, to make a question related to person. Auf wen, related to person again. Mit wem and für wen. Yes, of whom, with whom, for whom. So here is an exercise. We'll try to attempt it together. Sometimes we'll need to make the question reference word. Sometimes we'll need to make the answer reference word. Question reference word, you need to remember if it's a person or a thing. Answer reference words are made simply with da. So let's get started. Woran nimmst du teil? What do you participate in? Ich nehme an dem Spiel teil. I take part in the game. Spiel should be capital. Let's make it capital. Dash gratulierst du mir? Ich gratuliere dir zu deinem Geburtstag. So why? What for do you congratulate me? I congratulate you to your birthday. So it's zu. So it's a question and it's for a thing. Yeah, so it's wo zu. Perfect. We could also write it like above this. So we could write it here. Wozu. Yes. Okay. Wozu gratulierst du mir? Ich gratuliere dir zu deinem Geburtstag. Wovon hängt die Reise ab? On what does the travel depend? Yes. On what does the travel depend? Die Reise, the travel depends from that how the weather is. So here we have created an answer. Yes. Answer is also always created with da. Die Reise hängt davon. So wovon? Davon. We used von and added with da to make a reference word for answering. Die Reise hängt davon ab, wie das Wetter ist. Yes, the weather, the journey depends on that. How is the weather? Okay. Dash handelt es sich. Es handelt sich darum, dass es Klimawandel gibt. So what is it about? It is about that there is climate change. Yes. So it's maybe talking about a seminar. What is it about? So we'll need to make a question. It's about a thing. So we'll say wo, and the preposition is So we'll say but there are two vowels together. So we'll separate them with a. Worum handelt es sich? About what is it? Es handelt sich darum. It's about that, dass es Klimawandel gibt, that there is climate change in the world. Yes, okay. Zweifelst du dich? Now, what is Zweifel? To be confused. Are you confused? You say, I'm confused about that the course is very new. Yes. Zweifelst du dich? So you'll say, ich zweifle daran. Yeah, it's zweifeln an. So the question should be basically woran. Yes. About what do you confuse yourself? Yes. Woran zweifelst du dich? Ich zweifle daran, dass, or simply we'll write woran zweifelst du? It's not reflexive. Woran zweifelst du? Ich zweifle daran, dass der Kurs ganz neu ist. I'm confused about that the course is very new. Okay, moving forward. Dash entschuldigst du dich? Ich entschuldige mich bei der Lehrerin. So by whom do you excuse yourself? So it will be a question for a person. So we'll begin with the preposition that will be by, like we can figure out here. And we'll write here by. By is dative, so we'll write wer, wen, wem. Wesen, we'll choose wem. By wem entschuldigst du dich? I am sorry. By whom do you excuse yourself? I'm sorry, by the teacher. Dash redest du? Ich rede mit meinem neuen Freund. Yes, so the word is mit. And it's about a person. We make a question for a person. So mit, it's dative, so mit wem. Wer, wen, wem, wesen. We'll choose wem. So mit wem redest du? With whom do you talk? I talk with my new friend. Wovon redet ihr? About what do you all talk? Wir reden dash, dass immer denselben Teamleader bekommen. Dass wir immer denselben Teamleader bekommen. We're talking about that we always get the same team leader. So how we build an answer? It'll be with da, and the preposition is von, so we'll say davon. Wir reden davon, dass wir immer denselben Teamleader bekommen. Dash reicht es reicht nach Pizza. So what does it smell of? Yes, nach Pizza. So it's like building a question for a thing. Wonach riecht es? Es riecht nach Pizza. Perfect. So we need to identify the preposition, understand it's for a person or a thing, and accordingly make a question. Worauf sollten wir achten? Ihr solltet dash achten, dass es viele Diebe gibt. Yes? Genau. Now, of what should we be careful about? Ihr solltet about that careful, that there are many thieves here. Yes? So, ihr solltet darauf achten. So, we'll create an answer with da and add auf like it's written here. We can't write two vowels together, so we'll introduce a R in between. Darauf. Yes? So, ihr solltet darauf achten, dass es viele Diebe gibt. Okay. Dash wartest du? Now it could be a question for a person or a thing. Let's find out. Ich warte auf den neuen Film von James Cameron. So it's about a thing. Yes, it's a film. So we could say, we could make a question with wo, and we could add the preposition that's auf. So it's auf, the two vowels together. So separate them with a. Worauf wartest du? I wait of the new film from James Cameron. Ich dash wartest du? I wait for James. Okay, so this is about a person. So it'll be beginning with the preposition. The preposition is auf. It's accusative here. Warten auf is accusative. So we'll say, auf wen wartest du? Wer, wen, wem, wesen. Auf wen wartest du? Of whom do you wait? I wait for James. Wovon träumst du? About what do you dream? Yes, I dream about that I become an actor. Wovon träumst du? Ich träume. Now you need to make an answer with davon, dass ich ein Schauspieler werde. I dream about that I become an actor. Dash beginnen wir mit den Vorspeisen. It's about a thing, so we'll make a question with wo, and the verb preposition is mit. So womit beginnen wir? With what do we begin? We begin with the starters. Okay, fantastic, yeah? and a couple of more. Dash, begin in wir, we begin with the eldest sibling. So with whom do we begin? And it's a question for a person. We'll first write the preposition mit, then mit is dative, wer, wen, wem, wesen, so we'll write wem. Mit wem beginnen wir? With whom do we begin? We begin with the eldest sibling. Wofür interessierst du dich? For what do you interest? What do you interest yourself for? So ich interessiere mich dash, das wie ich das Spiel gewinne. I'm interested for that, how I win the game. So basically we'll need to make an answer. It'll be with da and für. Perfect. Fantastic. So these were our reference words which we make to make questions or answers. When we make questions, we need to be sure it's for a person or a thing. When we make answers and to just explain something which we have already spoken or going to speak, we just combine da with the preposition. Yes, so your answer reference words would be like darauf, damit, darin, davon, etc., etc. Your question reference words to make questions for things would be wovon, wobei, worin, yes, woraus, etc. And your questions to make for people would be auf wen, mit wem, yes, etc. So these would be your questions. Fantastic. So thanks for joining me in. We'll be continuing the prepositions. It'll take a little while. There are many little themes we need to do. Wir machen doch verschiedene Themen mit Präpositionen. We'll do different themes. So bis dann. Ich verabschiede mich von euch und treffen wir uns nächstes Mal. Machen wir doch einige Übungen zusammen. Bis dann. Tschüss.